What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're checking out Queen Studios' Iron Spider-Man Tom Holland portrait life-size bust. So I waited to do this video till today because I wanted to see price, because that would dictate a lot of what I'm going to talk about. And in all honesty, it's even more expensive than I thought. But let's check it out, at least the photos first, before I talk about that. So this one is the silicone version. So instead of getting a Spider-Man head, you have Tom Holland's head. Now, I do agree that the likeness is pretty good. I think they did a good job. I do see Tom Holland. I don't think it's perfect. I don't know why it's not letting me click. I'm on Glorious Toys, who's one of their distributors, but their website only allows me to do this. But you guys can get the idea. So there it is, Tom Holland portrait. Now, I do think it looks pretty good. I don't think it's perfect, but I don't think any of Queen's busts have been perfect for likeness on the human portraits. So the base is very resemblance of their most recent Iron Man Mark 85 base. It looks very, very similar. And then they have this back base, which they say is an Easter egg, but honestly, I have no idea what it is, because me and my buddy were talking about it. And, you know, Infinity War is my favorite movie. I've seen it many, many times. I can't figure out for the life of me what this is. It has nothing to do with the spaceship that Spider-Man traveled to Titan with. It has nothing to do with Titan. I don't know what this is. And it's also in the back. So if they're charging tons of extra money for this, I'd rather just not have it. Because frankly, I don't know what it is. So the bust is 72 cm, which is like 28 inches. So it's your standard bust size. Nothing super big, not super deep or wide. It's a standard bust. You know, just Spider-Man slightly looking over to his right. So the details on the costume look the exact same as my current Spider-Man, which costs $1,200. The suit looks the exact same. It's just posed different, where mine's more like a twisted motion, which resembles a motion. So, I mean, overall, it's a nice looking bust. I don't think it's anything super special. I think it's just another Queen bust, is how I view it. I think the likeness is maybe 90%. And overall, if this was $1,500, I would probably buy it. Spider-Man's my favorite Marvel character, and Tom Holland's my favorite Spider-Man. So I would probably buy it if the price was better. You know, I think there was a lot of room for Queen to be innovative and give us more, though. And here is what if Queen would speak to me, because they won't speak to me. I've tried speaking to them on Facebook, and they reject me. They said they would help me on my Loki situation, on my Wolverine situation. They even said they would help me get a Lita bust. And then they just stopped talking to me and ignore me now. So I'm not a fan of them, to be honest. I don't like their management and the way they run things. So I don't really support them anymore. But had they talked to me, I would have suggested to them lots of things to do with this Spider-Man bust to make it special and give it that extra edge. And I'll tell you guys right now what I think they should have did, especially charging this price, because had they done this and charged the price, I still might have considered this. Because they're wanting $3,680, $30,700 for this bust. Now, keep in mind, Loki was like $2,900. Thanos, which is a lot bigger, silicone face, was $2,200. Hulk was cheaper. This is one of their most expensive ones. I mean, Arnold was more, but I think that's due to licensing. But he also had more going on. But they should have added an arm. You know, I would say that arm right there, they should have did at least one arm similar to the Lita bust. Similar to their other Spider-Man, the comic-based one, which had like a web coming out of his hand. They should have did that with this. They should have given Tom Holland a more expression, not an expressionless bust. I would say, give him some expression, put some battle damage on his face, put a little blood, some little scratches, add some detail instead of just a standard, because Tom Holland was always in battle when he was in a Spider-Man costume. So give him some battle damage on the costume. That would have added a lot, because the other one isn't battle damaged either. And this could go great with the Iron Man Mark 50 battle damage, Make the base more Titan themed instead of copying the Mark 85 and putting some weird random thing on the back. And then here's the one thing that they really should have done. Give us a switch out head with a masked Iron Man portrait with the light up eyes. Because they have the light up here, you can see. Although I don't even know if it mentions light up. I don't think it does. But they should have given you a switch out head and a head stand. Just like a simple thing. Sort of like the MRC Trunks bust, how you had a switch out and then a little stand for the extra head. They should have did that at this price. It's not too difficult to make the Spider-Man head. It's very simple. They could have even used their old mold from the original Spider-Man, so it wouldn't even be that expensive. Just make a switch out and give us a hand with a web. Then you can charge me $3,700 and make it battle damaged. I think that would make a world of difference, because they are charging Infinity Studio prices. Because that's how much an Infinity Studio bust is, $3,700. That is just too much money for this bust. I mean, it's a good bust, but it's not $3,700 plus shipping plus PayPal fee. So that means this is going to be over $4,000. For $4,000, you can get Infinity Studios Joker bust, which is way better in my opinion. You could get their Superman at $3,000 plus shipping. You can get a lot better bust for the price. So in my opinion, I think this is a huge fail, and I don't think this will sell well. Who's going to spend this much money on this bust when it's too simplistic? It offers really not that much. Because for the most part, people want masked Spider-Man. They should have given us an extra head. I think they should have did battle damage, and they really should have given us an arm. Because an arm tells a story. This doesn't tell a story at all, and I still can't figure out what the heck this is. If anyone knows, please let me know, because me and my buddy were trying to figure out, and we're just like, what the heck is that? So, yeah, in my opinion, I think this is a fail. Absolute fail by Queen Studios. And had they done something special, like I suggested just now, I would have bought this. And also, their edition size is too big. 888. That's too big. These busts being this price need to be more limited to help with resale value. Because having 888 worldwide at this price, this is going to have horrible resale value. I can almost guarantee you, if you buy this bust and you ever want to sell it down the road, you're not going to be able to sell it for $4,000. You're going to lose money. So this is going to have bad resale value. Plus, Queen's production usually is not as good on likeness. They always lose a little likeness. So even the likeness will be lost a little bit. So I highly suggest you don't order this. Just go for the older one. The older one base isn't as good, but I still overall like it more due to the action pose. Plus, it's going to be much, much cheaper. So I suggest not buying this. And we need to teach Queen that if they're going to charge these prices, they need to be more innovative and give us more. Because Infinity Studios, they're giving us crazy busts with dual arms. They're massive. They're incredibly detailed, and so I just think this is almost a joke to me that they're trying to charge this much. I'm sorry, but this is a big fail in my opinion. The likeness isn't perfect. There's nothing innovative to charge this much money. So, easy pass for the Flankster cave. I am going to stick with my Iron Spider-Man over here. And trust me, I'm a big freaking Spider-Man fan. So I do not say this lightly, but this one right here, the base is not as good. I will admit that. But everything else, the armor, everything, the detail is very, very good. Why couldn't they give us a switch out head, though? I prefer my Spider-Man's masked anyway. So if you want a Spider-Man bust, go for this. This was $1,200. retail. You could probably pick it up for $1,500, less than half the cost of the new Tom Holland one. And here's the thing, I own this Spider-Man as well, and it has a switch out Tom Holland head. I don't like displaying it, even though it's a good sculpt. I prefer my Spider-Man's masked. It just always looks kind of funny, unmasked. You know, and I thought, man, if that Spider-Man bust was like under $1,500, I would put it right there, move Black Panther right there, and have, you know, 2 Spider-Man busts. But Queen charging that much? No, thank you. You know, Thanos was $2,200, and he's a far superior bust than that new Tom Holland one. Hulk and Loki were both cheaper. This guy, who's 3 feet tall, wide, and deep, was $2,500, over $1,000 cheaper, and you can still get it for that price. So, yeah, huge fail in my opinion. Sorry, Queen. They need to consult with more people to see, you know, if they'd talked to me 5 months ago and that said, hey, we're looking to charge $3,700 for this bus, and they showed me the concept, I'd be like, you're out of your effing mind. No, only super, super wealthy people who just buy anything are going to buy that, but your average collector is not going to pay this. They don't want that. They want something more innovative instead of that. You know, it's nothing special. This is special. So that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, what do you guys think? Maybe I'm just ranting because I'm pissed off at Queen right now, but I think this is a big fail. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.